Joe Cole has got a Trackstars hero card that looks amazing. We're going to try him out as a cam in this team, head in some rivals and see how he plays. Musa Sissoko, of course, at defensive mid. This is a prime matchup for what you're going to come up against in champs. Starting off with his quick step plus, which means his initial acceleration is much quicker than normal. So exit out of skill moves and sprint boosts and things like that, he is going to feel rapid in scenarios exactly like that one right there. Somehow he's put it wide. And his base pace stats on the card combined with Quick Step Plus are actually really, really good. And means in scenarios like this, he can burst away really easily. And he's going to be a problem for any defense. If they are struggling against defending like speed boost dribbles, he's going to create chances just from doing that. We've had a couple of shots so far. He does lack finesse, he does lack power shot. However, he does have Trivela as a playstyle. And this is what he was so good at last year. When you played him as a right winger or as a cam, you cut in onto that right foot and you just curl it top corner. If you green time them this year, they are fantastic. And if you have the playstyle, they're even better. So whilst his shooting stats aren't insane in all areas, he has decent long shots, and if you combine that with the Trivela, that is how you're going to score a chunk of goals with Joe Cole. Next up, let's look at his passing. So he does have incisive pass, which means his through balls in that kind of scenario are ideally going to be really, really good. The passing stats themselves are okay. Short passing and vision are really good, but his long passing does lack a little. And so even with incisive pass, maybe some of his through balls will be a bit disappointing. However, that's pretty impressive. As we move into the second half, let's look at some dribbling stats for Joe Cole. He does have decent ones, to be fair. He also has technical dribble, which means he can get out of things in a pinch. Combine that with his 4-star skills and that quick step that we showed off earlier, and you can create a lot of chances on his own. Compare those stats and those play styles with the fact that his other play style is first touch. So he can receive the ball in a situation like that and have a really, really good opportunity to just receive it, turn, drive forward with the ball. For example, right there. And then we use that quick step to create an opportunity for himself, and I blow it. His physical stats are not the best. He's also 5'9", so no strength, no height, no aggression really. You're using him as more a nimble cam playmaker with a bit of pace about him. Here he goes down the line. Cut in with a skill move. That's a penalty. Thank you very much, Joe Cole. Oh, it's outside the box. Never mind. Well intercepted by Joe Cole. Incisive pass. It's a beauty of a ball through to Govu. And I've blown that one as well. He should have another goal and assist to his name in this match. Game 2. Frankie de Jong, Ricardo Carvalho and Tamori in front of Cole in this match. And what we normally do when we go into Game 2 is continue to play with the card and talk about some similar players that you can get at different price ranges. So with this Joe Cole, we have got a winger that can also play at cam that has double 4-star, technical dribble, and those are his main attributes and focuses on his card. I have no idea what I plan to do here. Let's just burst this way a little bit. And then a skill move to turn around. Skip past them all with the technical dribble. Oh, if I had put that in the back of the net, I shouldn't have finessed it. But that is the kind of dribbling that you can get from this card with that technical playstyle and his really, really good agility. So if you want to go high end and go icons, then you're looking at someone like a George Best. He is considerably more expensive than Joe Cole. If you want to go for a really budget version, then you can go with one that doesn't quite have the double 4-star, but will be similar elsewhere. And that, oh, Joe Cole nearly with a worldie, is going to be Phil Foden. Also English, also Premier League, so we'll get similar links. But if you want a similar card to this Joe Cole for free, you need to level yourself up in the season progress, and you can get a hold of Jack Grealish. And that card does look very similar. Obviously he plays on the left wing instead of the right, but outside of that, the dribbling, the pace, the shooting, they all look very similar. Bait him into thinking we're doing a skill, but instead, Oh, I needed to green time that one, and I think it flies past Tebow. Of course, we're up against one of the tallest keepers in the game. And the other obvious comparison that is a very, very similar price point, and pretty much is the same player, is Cole Palmer and his Trailblazers card. I did a review on that card, and he was fantastic. And I thought Palmer was really good value when he cost considerably more than he currently does. Well in, Joe Cole. You got to play that through to Griezmann. This is an assist lining itself up as Griezmann tries to find the top corner. I just can't beat this Courtois. He's making an interesting run, but we're going to make it work just about. And then maybe a skill move past them. Courtois is... It's like the Champions League final all over again. Oh, lovely turn. Through to Griezmann. And we get the assist with Joe Cole. Combination of the skills and the incisive pass. We could be back in this. Joe Cole could be in here. It's a beauty of a run. Green time that Trivela. That is what he is best at. I swear he just fell over and then teleported to sprinting. What a man. Instant recovery. That is what we love to see. Great run through the middle though. And those green time Trivelas with that play style, you're going to be scoring a lot of goals with how it works on this game. And he has single-handedly got us back into this game. You love to see it. In game number 3 in these reviews, out of the 4 that we play, we normally try in and just go and have as much fun as possible with the card. And then game 4 is when we do our review and recommendations. So, straight from kickoff, Joe Cole, what have you got for us? A little bit of quick step plus. Some skill moves. He slightly scams his way through. And then a big boy Trivela. No. He had to ruin it. Oh, finds himself in lovely space. That combination of first touch and then quick step to basically start off an attack is so useful. And then those Trivelas though. Oh, Donnarumma. Also another really tall goalie. Good take. Little 1-2. Finesse, green timed! How has he missed the target? That's really poor. Let's see what we can do with you, Joe. Find that bit of space, burst away. Skill move and technical dribble inside. More skills! No, I just can't score! He's creating all the chances for himself, but I am just failing in front of goal. This is not the card's fault. It is me. He's going to bang a ridiculous Trivela. Okay, as if that one's gone in. I know Trivelas are broken, but that is absolutely ludicrous. I did green time it. He does have the playstyle. That should never, ever go in. But just shows what this card can do with that broken mechanic. One last chance in this game for a green time Trivela after the ball roll. Joe Cole showing how it's done. Ball roll Trivelas are one of the best ways, if you can line it up properly, to score them consistently. And this card with that playstyle, he is so good at them. And if it wasn't for a Worldie performance from Donnarumma, I probably would have got at least 2 more goals and assists with Joe Cole in this game. As we go into the final game with this card, it's time to look at some review and recommendations. What do I recommend for this card? Well, I would start things off with an engine chem style if you're playing him as a cam. He already has enough pace for that position, and his shooting, as you've seen, is comfortably good enough. So bumping the pace a little bit is nice, but it's more so looking at the passing and the dribbling boost that we can get from an engine. Oh my god, he's nearly scored a Worldie. You just can't really score finesses on this game without the playstyle, though, from outside the box. In terms of best ways to play with the card, do this. Ping the ball into his feet, get into midfield, and drive forward with him. Then you can either utilise his incisive pass to play a through ball into your strikers and get an assist, or he can set himself up for a shot, maybe Trivela it. Definitely utilise Trivelas because they're so good this year, and his feel amazing. I'd also highly recommend utilising his 4-star skill moves and his technical dribble to be able to get into situations that may require tight movement. I normally recommend some players that will help you get chemistry on the card, but of course he's a hero, so he does get full chem, which is fantastic. Oh my god, how does he still have that ball? Wow. But some players that you could use that utilize Joe Cole's chemistry that he gives out. Cole Palmer, if you really want to go with two similar players, he is a great choice. Trent's rush card is a great option as well. Oh, the breakaway. Could he get the assist to win the game? Surely. There it is! This second half has been Joe Cole getting fouled repeatedly by Sissoko, but he's come up clutch in the last moment. That incisive through ball breakaway from the corner through to Griezmann. You love to see it. Oh, just drive past him. Screw that Sissoko. Green time Trivela to make sure we win the game. This guy is going to rage quit. Finally, Sissoko, we could get past him without getting barged away. And there's that Trivela once again, top corner. Right there was the perfect summary of what to do with this card. Drive through midfield with that quick step plus and his first touch play style where you can ping the ball into him and then utilize that Trivela or through ball it like he did to Griezmann. Let's get into the final rating reviews. For the pace on this card, I thought it was actually really, really good. You combine it with Quick Step Plus and he gets away from basically anybody with those speed boosts in midfield. I'm going to give him a 9.5 out of 10. In terms of his shooting, his stats aren't actually the highest, but he does have good long shots, he has good curve, and he has Trivela. So that is pretty much all you need on a card this year. He doesn't have a 5-star weak foot, he doesn't have finesse shot, he doesn't have power shot, so I can't give it that high. But because of how good Trivelas are and the positions that he can play, I'm going to give him an 8.5 for shooting. Passing I thought was pretty decent for this card. Incisive pass is a lovely playstyle for when you're playing as a cam and you're threading those through balls into your strikers. He has decent stats. I do think they need a chem style to boost them up. And once again, no 5-star weak foot or pinged pass, so I have to bring it down a little bit there. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. And his dribbling felt really, really smooth. Again, the cons for the card, he does lack 5-star skill moves, he lacks trickster, but first touch is really, really nice. He does have technical as well, which makes dribbling feel so much smoother. 4-star skills as well means that he can get himself out of some tricky situations with some skills, which is fantastic. A little bit low in reactions and composure, but not too noticeable. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 for dribbling. Defending's pretty irrelevant with this card as he's only playing as a cam or a winger, really, for me. And as physical as he actually didn't feel that bad. I know that he doesn't have any aggression, he doesn't have strength. Jumping, it's not really anything that you're worrying about with this card. But he held his own when he needed to. I'll give him a 6.5 out of 10 for that. Overall, I think this card is great. Really, really good. He does lack a few things that would take him to be an elite level player, but that is why he costs what he does. So the card itself, I'll give it an 8, maybe even push it to an 8.5 out of 10 because I really enjoy using him. Value for money though, really good, especially compared to some other players on the market that will have similar stats, playstyles, stars that will cost considerably more. I'm going to give him an 8.5 out of 10. So hopefully you enjoyed this review. I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.